What's up, invaders? It's your boy Eli from Ant Invasion, and welcome back. Today I'll be giving a step-by-step tutorial on how to make a naturalistic Formicarium. Before we kick things off, I want to give a shout out to my boys John from Antmate and James from Ants International. These guys are awesome. We recently did a live stream together over on Ants International's channel, so go check that out. The quality wasn't the best, but it was the first time for all of us, and trust me, we've got some insane things planned for you guys, so go subscribe to all of them for some updates. Also check out our Instagram page, link will be in the description. I post some pics of ants, so if you're keen, hit the follow button. By the way, stay tuned to the end of the video to find out the winner of the Formicarium giveaway. So, about a week ago, I decided to move an Iridomyrmex bignelli colony into a Formicarium. And can I tell you, these little girls are insane. Shortly after moving the colony in, they started foraging in the outworld. Eventually, some rogue workers started digging in the thin soil. It was quite mesmerizing, to be honest, and then it hit me. How about making a naturalistic Formicarium in which the ants can construct their own nest? For many months now, I've been inspired by Jordan's amazing Fidole, which is in a natural setup, and I'm contemplating if I should do the same with the colony John gave me. Okay, now I'll show you how to make different naturalistic Formicariums to suit different species. Before going off to find resources, do some research on your desired species and their needs. For example, Camponotus might like a small piece of decaying wood, whereas Fidole might like a slab of rock to squeeze under. Now that you have done your research, it is a good idea to check out any colonies of the same species you're wanting to house. This will be important as you can try and replicate their natural setting that they would like. After observing a couple of Fidole nests, I've noticed that they usually have more than one entrance, which is connected under some shallow dirt. This tells me that the Fidole tend to nest on the surface of the dirt. I've also discovered that Iridomyrmex bignelli and smaller species usually squeeze into tight gaps and make their nests around that. Okay, now we can start looking for and collecting corresponding natural materials to the species you intend on housing. While looking at the nests of these ants, take note of the nest medium. Is it sand, soil, etc.? Also observe how large the soil is surrounding the nest. This will be important to provide perfect nesting medium for your ants. For example, Fidole and Iridomyrmex bignelli prefer smaller soil, as it's easier for them to carry and maneuver. Although this isn't the case for all species, if you're keeping larger ants, provide some fine sand or soil, as this can aid the larvae in creating cocoons. Now that you have some background knowledge on the species, collect their preferred substrate. Today I'll be giving you an example of a Fidole naturalistic setup, which in my experience, prefer finer soil. Fine soil can easily be achieved with a sieve. Or if you want a finer grain, you can make a very practical sieve out of a cup. With your first cup, preferably cardboard, punch a hole using a pencil or skewer, depending on the size of the substrate you prefer. Continue doing this to cover a large portion of the bottom of the cup. It is important that you punch the holes from the inside out. If you poke from the bottom, then parts of the cardboard stick up and prevent easy flow of the soil. Now, add some dirt to this contraption, and shake or stir it with a twig. After a while of doing this, you should be left with a respectable amount of soil. Now that you have collected your soil, leave it to the side and begin looking for some pebbles and rocks. Rather than having a whole container full of soil, it is a good idea to space the layers out with pebbles and rocks. This gives the ants more terrain within the medium. Now to collect decoration and nesting materials. For most of my nests, I use simple plants that are easy to care for, such as succulents and cacti, which don't need much care compared to other plants. But remember, don't get carried away. This is where your ants will eventually dump their garbage and dead workers, so I prefer to leave my space rather bare to make cleaning the nest easier. With all your natural materials collected, we have to prepare them for your ants. We will do this by killing any nasties left in the rocks, sand, soil, etc. This is my personal suggestions, but you can exterminate how you prefer. Into the oven the soil goes, which I cook at around 200 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. Now for the plants. Make sure you collected them away from any pesticides to prevent harmful chemicals reaching your ants. Once you have prepared all your materials, it is time to assemble them in a container. To hydrate the nest, simply drip or spray water onto one half of the nest. Experiment and see what humidity your colony prefers. Water the nest every 1 to 2 weeks and 3 to 4 weeks in the colder months. But see what your colony prefers. This is just some advice I was given, and trust me, not all colonies are the same. Apply a barrier around the rim of the container. I find that for most species, Vaseline or petroleum jelly works really well, but test with different barriers to see which works best for you. It's important to know to still apply a barrier, even if your species can't climb the walls of the container, just in case any foreign colonies come and invade the nest, like what happened to James from Ants International's colonies. You may be wondering, how do I feed the colony? Now, I've learned a technique from my boy John and James over at AntMate, which is to make a little dish out of aluminium foil and place food there. Seen here? This technique is proven to be very successful within my Iridomyrmex spinelli colony. It is now time to reveal the winner of the Ants Australia Size 1 Waitong Formicarium. So if you guys weren't aware, I did a live stream over on Ants International's channel, which was such good fun, and I can't thank James and John enough for their help and being there. And at the end of the live stream, I did a random comment picker to choose our winner. So to win, all you had to do is like my 1000 subscribers special video, subscribe, and comment on that video. We had over 350 entries, and here is the winner. And the winner is Adam Can. Congratulations, we will be contacting you shortly. But don't worry, fellow invaders, there will be many more giveaways just like this in the future, so stay tuned for your chance to win. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up the video here. Thank you for watching. Check out our Instagram page, and also don't forget to join the Ant Keepers Facebook group. Seriously, it's great over there. Once again guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Ant Invasion out.